it's Mary. Today's March 24th, 2013. We're gonna change the shocks on our truck. No, it doesn't need it, but it's been a year, so we're gonna change them anyway.
Okay, the top of it's up there. Bottom of it obviously is down there. So we gotta remove the tire. Well, we don't have to, but I'm going to make it easier for recording. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the top nut here. That's a 9/16 or a 14. What you want to do is hold your shock if they're not too rusted. And just spin them off. If they are rusted, what I usually do is hook to the tube of it with a big pipe wrench. And then use a socket and stuff on these going up through the fender on the inner side of it and snap them off with a impact wrench. But since these here were put on less than a year ago, they shouldn't be too much of a problem. As you can see, it's coming right off, so. There's one. Not, anyhow. There's the upper washer, concaved washer, as you can see. The rubber grommet. Now what we'll do is we'll go down to the bottom bolts and take them out, and then we'll just compress this here a little bit and take it right out. Okay, once you get your bottom bolts out here, they're a 13, both nut and bolt. Once you get them out, if they're still good, hang on to them, because you never know if you're going to need them. The new front shocks come with new bolts and nuts, so.
And like Rob always says, you never throw a bolt away because tomorrow you'll need it for something else.
That's right. Those are still good. I'm going to pop those off. Take my washers. I used washers to extend these down a little bit because we raised the truck. So, I mean, and it improved the ride quality tremendously. It doesn't hit as hard.
Okay, show the shock. All I'm seeing is your... This stuff here...
It's road salt.
Is the salt that New York State puts down on the roads. They're like brand new. Hey! It's making noises.
No, that's still a good shock. I can't even push it together now.
Okay, for our truck, we decided to go with the Gabriel Pro Guard and the number 61623.
These here are the cheaper shocks. They're about 25 bucks a piece. But I like changing them every year, so I mean, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to. As you can see, the other one there was really good yet. I just prefer to change them. They're lifetime, so why not?
Hey, we need those.
Okay, there's the new shock. Here's the new hardware. And mind what it tells you right here. Do not heat or open. Although I have. I've done it.
Hey.
Oh, you know something? I think it would be best if we put some of the hardware on. Now, you want to mind your rubber grommets. This part right here, this little step up, actually sits in a hole back in here where the top of it mounts.
I'd show you from the top, but I'm too short.
Just let it slide right up into place.
Now before Rob put it up in there, I don't know if I got it or not, he compressed it down. And that's what he was meaning by let it slide up in place.
Yeah, it'll extend back out on its own.
Okay, what do you got in your hand?
If you hang on a second, I'll show you. A bolt, a lock washer, and a nut. Okay, the bolt goes down through, and then the washer goes on, then the nut.
As you can see, he's reaching up under the frame. Okay, since many may ask, I'm going to ask this. Does it matter which way the bolt goes?
No, not really. I just prefer to have the nut down. That way, any water that gets onto them drains back off for the most part, and it saves a lot of rust build up onto it. Well, that's why I do it like that. I guess it really doesn't matter. And not only that, I got my CV boot right here, and I don't want it rubbing on the nut and stuff, because that'll stick up further than what the head of the bolt will. Now to get it back down there in place.
Okay, finally got them on there started. So go ahead and tighten them down with your wrenches.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. Unless you're up and under it. Here's one. Pretty good for not looking, huh?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, this is the top of the shock mount. You can see the bolt of the shock coming up through, and you can see that it's bigger. And again, that's where this step right here will go down into it, like so. Then your other, your first one of your concaved washers went like this. So this one goes like this with the dome up. Okay, sometimes it's necessary that you put another jack in under the A-arm and jack up a little bit to get your washers and everything in, which I have done. Now all you do is just tighten her up. That's it. I do it just until they squish out a little bit and then call it good. You don't want them over tightened. Okay, we can let this down and I'll do the other side off film, and then I'll record one of the rear ones on film. Okay, this is my new torque wrench that I got. It's Cobalt, 1/2-inch drive. Goes to 250 foot-pounds. This was supposed to have been my birthday present, but I saw it and she couldn't hide it, so I had to have it. So now she's got to get me something different.
Just like a little kid.
Well, no better way to give it a try than Now, okay, to move your handle here, what you want to do is pull down on this and twist. What we're doing is going to 100 foot-pounds. Right there, it's 100, but there's a little drop down. Can you see it?
No, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Wait, the sun's glaring. I don't think we can actually read it.
Well, right there's 90. The 90's over here. And then 100 comes back over on this side. And each one of these, that would be 91, 92, 93, and so forth. What you want to do is take it back around to the 0. And right there is 100 foot-pounds. And this will not turn unless you pull this down. So that's good. Okay, let's give this baby a try. Remember, you want to do these in a star shape. Now, once we drive this a little bit, we will redo the torquing on the lug nuts, which is recommended. Okay, and the way to make these last longer is to always set this down to the lowest setting, which for this it's 50. Okay, there's 90, 80, there's the 0, 70, 60. Yep, right there's the 60. And 50. That's it. While we're down here, we might better grease the ball joints. One more. That's good.
Oh, good, my shoulder's stuck.
Okay, on to the rear shocks. Okay, to do the lower shocks on the rear, your bolt here is a 15, the nut is a 18. Okay, there's that. Put it someplace where you're going to lose it. Don't forget your washer. Put that where you're going to lose it. Now you probably have to have a hammer to tap these out. Okay, to tap these out, just use the dead blow. My dead blow's got metal right here, so I'll just tap it like this. Okay, let's move to the other one. I'm doing both of the rear at the same time since I'm right under here. Oh, there should have been a washer there. No?
No.
Oh no, it's right here on the nut. Okay. Or, yeah, it's on the nut. The other one must come apart, so. Okay, so there's that. Now to get up there to the top. Okay, here's a neat little trick. If you notice this hose here that I changed a while ago, it kept clogging and I was blowing axles and seals and, or not axles, but it was blowing gaskets and seals. So what I ended up doing is running a new hose, and that done it. It clogged up. So what I done is went down and bought a cheap fuel line filter, put it onto it, and it works good. It keeps it from getting clogged because it acts like an air filter. And I've had no problems with it since.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to show the driver's side, so I'll show the passenger side.
See my eyeball? Okay, the nut here is a 18 for the upper part of the shock. Got that off. Now what you want to do is just wiggle this until it pops off. Kind of like that. Make sure that you didn't break anything. Came off a little easier than what I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to have to yank it.
Okay, for the rear shocks, again, we went with the Gabriel Pro Grade, or Pro Guard, sorry. and it's number 61629. Again, these are lifetime.
Okay. This is the upper part. In fact, it tells you top.
Top.
Yeah, I've seen people put these on upside down, and then these here filled with water. You'd be surprised at the people that do that. Okay, what you want to do is you want to compress these to take these off. Put them right back on your older ones. Well, your old ones. And put them back in the box so you can take them back. Remember, they're lifetime, so I'm going to do that now, in fact. What you do is you just slide this down over the top part. Uh-oh, shucks, almost stalls the truck. Okay, I'm not going to do that now. I'll wait until I get out. Those are definitely good shocks yet. But like I said, with them being the cheaper ones, I'll change them every year. Yeah. Work that up in place. Grab your nuts. No pun intended. Okay, maybe a little. Start that on. Grab your ratchet, make sure it's set for on. Bing, bing, bing.
Ring the dinner bell.
Yep. Okay, we're just going to let that dangle for a little bit. We're going to take our bolt and nut here and get it started. This time I'm going to put them through this way. There we go. Yep. Okay, I want to put a little bit of anti-seize on that. Well, Mary always says this here's your friend, so. That's enough. By the time it spins itself around on the bolt with the nut, it'll be good. My arm's dead from holding it up. That should be tight enough. Okay, now we turn our attention to the passenger side, and I gotta go up in front of the tire. Okay, to do this, you want to squish these down. Like I said, these are still good shocks, so there you go. Now it can be put back in the empty box and returned. Okay, your 18 millimeter nut is up here on top of the shock. Yes, I could be using the impact on these, but
You wouldn't be able to hear anything that we said.
But there's people that don't have any access to an electric impact or an air impact. So I chose to do it all by hand.
Watch your eyes.
Yep, there's the old one. Now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of anti-seize. Just put it on the threads up there. Just like that. That's all. That's all you need. Okay, to get these bands off, all I do is compress it a little bit. Pull it down and just let the shock extend. Grab your nut, start it, then you gotta have your bolt. Then a little bit of anti-seize. And we're done with the anti-seize, so.